We read 13, of course. Tonight is Abraham's rescue, or Abraham rescues Lot. So we'll give it that 1 minute for everybody to come in before I start reading Genesis 14. So once again, if you've come in and you're new, I've decided I was going to read one chapter of the Bible each night, and I would do it live, sort of give me a reason to keep to my commitment, kind of keeping me honest. So, but here in just a moment, we will start, and we will be reading Genesis 14. So, if you're wondering about chat, the reason why chat is off is because we get a lot of people who like to spam things that are not nice in the chat. So, but let's go ahead and read Genesis 14. So, once again, Abraham rescues Lot. So, at this time, Amphraphel, king of Shinar, Arok, king of Elazar, Kedor Laomar, king of Elam, and Tidal, king of Goam, went to war against Bera, king of Sodom, Bersha, king of Gomorrah, Shinab, king of Admah, Shemam, king of Zeboam, and the king of Bela, that is Zor. Hold on. That is Zor. All these latter kings joined forces in the valley of Siddim, the Salt Sea. For 12 years, they had been subject to Chedorlaomer, but in the 13th year, they rebelled. In the 14th year, Chedorlaomer and the kings allied with him went out and defeated the Rephaites in Ashtaroth, Karnaim, the Zuzites in Ham, the Emites in Shaveh, Kirathaim, and the Horites in the hill country of Seir, as far as El Paran near the desert. Then they turned back and went to the En Mishpat, that is Kadesh, and they conquered the whole territory of the Amalekites, as well as the Amorites, who were living in Hazazon Tamar. Then the king of Sodom, the king of Gomorrah, the king of Admah, the king of Zeboam, and the king of Bela, that is Zor, marched out and drew up their battle lines in the valley of Siddim against Chedorlaomer, king of Elam, Tidal, king of Goam, Amphraphel, king of Shinar, and Arioch, king of Elsar. 4 kings against 5. Now the valley of Siddim was full of tar pits, and when the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah fled, some of the men fell into them, and the rest fled to the hills. The 4 kings seized all the goods of Sodom and Gomorrah and all their food, and then they went away. They also carried off Abram's nephew Lot and his possessions, since he was living in Sodom. One who had escaped came and reported this to Abram, the Hebrew, how Abram was living near the great tree of Mamre, the Amorite, a brother of Eshcol and Aner, all of whom were allied with Abram. When Abram heard that his relative had been taken captive, he called out the 318 trained men born in the household and went in pursuit as far as Dan. During the night, Abram divided his men to attack them and rout them, pursuing them as far as Hoboth, north of Damascus. He recovered all the goods and brought back the relative Lot and his possessions, together with the women and the other people. After Abram returned from defeating Chedorlaomer and the kings allied with him, the king of Sodom came out to meet him in the valley of Shaveh. That is the king's valley. So then Melchizedek, these are some hard words to pronounce. King of Salem brought out bread and wine. He was priest of God Most High, and he blessed Abram, saying, Blessed be Abram by God's Most High, creator of heaven and earth, and blessed be God Most High, who delivers your enemies into your hands. Then Abram gave him a tenth of everything. The king of Sodom said to Abram, Give me the people and keep the goods for yourself. But Abram said to the king of Sodom, I have raised my hand to the Lord, God Most High, creator of heaven and earth, and have taken an oath that I will accept nothing belonging to you, not even a thread or the thong of a sandal, so that you will never be able to say, I made you Abram rich. I will accept nothing but what my men have eaten, and the share that belongs to the men who went with me, to Aner, Eshcol, and Mamre. Let them have their share. So that was Genesis 14. So yeah, so pronouncing some of these, they're not that easy to pronounce. But we got Genesis 15 tomorrow, which is God's promises a son to Abram. So, but that is going to do it. Thank you guys for joining me, and I hope to see you tomorrow for Genesis 15. So we'll see you later. Bye.